Welcome on in, everybody, to the Red Card Radio news episode. We hope to be the single one-stop shop that you need for all of your World Cup news this week. And actually, Premier League news, because we do have some Premier League stories for you. So if you're new here, if you've stumbled upon us, if you watched yesterday's episode and you're back today and you didn't hit that subscribe button, now is a phenomenal time to do that. Hit that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're on if you're on your favorite podcast site, if you could hit us with a follow, leave us a 5-star review if you're on Apple Podcasts. Do all of the things that a normal podcast / YouTube person would ask you to do, like leave a comment down below. All those things really help us. Share this with your best friend, because they would really like to hear what 3 buffoons from the United States of America have to say about the World Cup and the Premier League. And who find 3 better buffoons than us? I challenge you, because I don't think you can. Just saying. But let's kick into it. I think we are typically a Premier League podcast, and I think that there has been some particularly interesting news in regards to at least one club in the Premier League that I think we should start there. All right. So we kind of alluded to this. We talked about it a little bit about a week ago in our kind of wrap-up episode around the Premier League ending. Cristiano Ronaldo had this bombshell interview with Piers Morgan on his Piers Morgan Uncensored show. And, basically Ronaldo's, I don't know, he poured some gasoline. Poured some gasoline out and lit a match. So it's on YouTube. I would highly recommend watching it. I think it's a fascinating interview. I think you do have to hold it with a bit of, an open hand, because Piers Morgan is obviously a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. So it's not the most journalistically impressive interview, but it's still enlightening. So as long as you understand that Piers Morgan is a big Ronaldo fanboy, then that's okay. But so United released a statement last week that said that they were aware of it, but weren't going to make any comments. It comes out on Monday of this week. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday of this week. So it was on the 22nd of November in the year 2022. Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo have mutually agreed to part ways. Cristiano Ronaldo was sacked at Manchester United. He got fired. 100%. His contract was terminated, and the lawyers at Manchester United said, you need to sign this or we're going to sue you for breach of contract. And Ronaldo said, okay, I'm out of here. So
yeah,
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I think so, right?
That's what he wanted.
Right? That was his goal.
Yes. He was quiet in the summer, and it didn't happen. Right? Like, Mendes was going everywhere trying to find a team to buy him, and nobody wanted to. But he wants out. And so how else do you get out? There's no way you're agent and you aren't planning this. Like, all right, let's hit up Piers Morgan. Let's do this interview.
Well,
you can say how you feel, and you're getting out.
You're getting
they can't keep you.
You're getting favorable treatment from Piers Morgan. And
Yep.
and Ronaldo made this, he alluded to this at the end of August. He said, wait a couple weeks and I'll tell my side of the story. And it never came out, right? And then all of a sudden we see the tweets of them sitting down together, Piers Morgan and Cristiano Ronaldo. And you're like, okay, I guess this is the moment. I know Gary Neville, obviously Manchester United legend, a pundit now for Sky, I think he's a Sky.
Whoever.
I think he's a Sky pundit. He came out and was like, I appreciate that Cristiano came out and said these things, because I appreciate a player's willingness to think for themselves and to not be cookie cutter and prepared by a PR team. But at the same time, this is a terrible look for Ronaldo. You guys, I think, had a different take on this. I think you guys thought it wasn't a bad look for Ronaldo, right?
No,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so at all.
I tend to disagree, but
look, okay, so if this was just like a one-time thing, somebody talking about these things about United, then cool. Yes, that is a bad look. But Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ibra, now Ronaldo, there's been big names talking about the dysfunction at United.
Yeah.
So Homie said, I'm in the same jacuzzi I was when I was 19.
Hold on. Are jacuzzis something that you replace after a while? Like I don't. I just
I think
assume
that
Yeah,
was like,
I assume
well,
you
he
just
was saying like
clean
I'm
them.
using the same. He was saying I'm using the same gym equipment. There's no technology here. Like,
I'm sorry, but
but
like
let's be real though.
a power rack's a power rack. Tamseed, right? Power rack's a power rack.
Right. But let's be real. Like, if you're coming from like you were at United, then you went to Real, then you went to Juventus. Like, Real and Juventus are not like, yes, it might be the same equipment, but their training style is probably
Yes.
completely different.
Yeah, like obviously, I take his point about technology. Arsenal use a lot of technology in their training sessions, in their
Hmm.
analysis of games. They use a lot of analytics. Like so, like yes, obviously, like football is moving and embracing technology, and maybe United has been slow on the uptake there, which
And he's
it is an indictment of United, um, and their training
well,
facilities are not modern if you compare them to the other big clubs. Like
yep.
if you look at Spurs training facility, Leicester's training facility, Arsenal's training facility. I don't know about Chelsea's. I assume it's pretty
Chelsea's
nice.
training
Is it nice?
facility.
So like
Yeah.
a lot of these bigger
Go, bub.
clubs have really very nice training facilities. Apparently, the training facility at Carrington for United is a little bit in disrepair. It could use a facelift allegedly. Um, Obviously, there's issues at Old Trafford. There's infrastructure issues in the club. So I don't think it's an issue to highlight them. It's an issue to say that I don't respect the manager. Like that is
Well, he said, "Why did you bring a sporting director in? Like that was stupid."
no.
And we
Yes,
all said that was stupid.
yeah.
And then Ten Hag doesn't respect me, so I won't respect him. Like,
You can't say that. You can't say that. You're an employee of a
okay, but
company. You can't say that.
okay, but like let's think about this again. Ronaldo. Do you think he's heard of Ajax besides like probably like 2 Champions League games? Like, do you
Cristiano.
think he takes Ajax seriously?
I think that he respects Ajax. I think he respects Ajax as a club, but understands that they are financially hamstrung
So
compared to
do,
the other big clubs in Europe. But he obviously knows about them. He's a 37-year
but
old
do you
man
expect?
who grew up watching and playing football in Europe. He knows who
But do
Ajax
you?
is.
But do you think he expects the manager from Ajax to come over to Manchester United?
I don't know. I, I don't know. I don't want to
I'm
get
not
into
saying he's
his.
wrong. Look, I'm not saying he's right or wrong about Ten Hag. I'm just saying, like from Ronaldo's perspective, right? Like
Yeah,
Zidane was your manager, Jose was your manager. Is Ten Hag in that like that's who you expect as your manager?
he hasn't. I mean, obviously, Ten Hag hasn't had a long enough tenure to command the respect that a Jose Mourinho does. But at the same time, Zinedine Zidane didn't either. So I guess that just goes to your point as well. I don't know. Where
But Zidane's profile speaks for itself.
where does Ronaldo land?
I If Graham Potter wants him, then cool. I don't think Graham Potter wants him. I think Bowley wants him, and I'm afraid he's going to end up in a Chelsea jersey. Yeah.
The reports have come back around today that apparently Todd Bowley
Bowley's
is he's swimming in that water.
he wants a big name to come, and he thinks Ronaldo could be that big name. But like we have Alba. Like I don't want another 30+ striker. I don't.
Well, I mean, to be fair, okay, but what's Chelsea missing right now?
A lot.
Oh wow, that's the first time Brad has ever said that.
A lot of injured players. But Chelsea's been missing goals for years. Like I know what you're getting at. Chelsea's been missing goals for years. And if we were fully healthy and you gave me a choice between Ronaldo or Oba, I don't think I want either one. But Ronaldo does get goals. He doesn't play any defense. So like under Tuchel, like it made no sense because everybody plays defense. I think under Graham Potter, it doesn't make sense.
Does Oba play a lot of defense? I don't know. Oba's not.
Oba runs.
He does.
Oba runs.
He will track back occasionally.
I think more than occasionally, but
Maybe.
not a ton. Like not a ton, but no real out and out 9 super tracks back or will pressure the defense.
May I present to you a one Gabriel Jesus?
I don't think he's an out and out 9.
I present to you one Harry Kane.
Yeah, Harry Kane's works.
Well,
really
Harry Kane
hard.
has to at Tottenham.
Okay, well, you just said there's
Doesn't
not. You
count.
said there's not any out and out
He
number nines
has
that
to
work
have a
hard.
chance to win a game.
So, all right. So I think Chelsea's an option.
I hope not.
I don't know where he landed. Like, I don't see any teams.
Sporting,
Maybe back in Portugal.
Napoli.
I don't think Napoli want him. Napoli have a lot going on for them right now, and
What about a German club?
there's no way the Germans want to deal with Cristiano Ronaldo, because the only clubs that he would want to play for in Germany are Bayern Munich, maybe Borussia Dortmund, and they don't want any of that noise.
I mean, Bayern don't have a striker.
Sadio Mane when he gets back from injury.
Mane's a winger.
Okay, tell that to Liverpool, who's missing all of Sadio Mane's goals right now.
Who's a winger?
Maybe, I don't know.
Like Bayern makes sense.
I don't think Bayern makes sense. Bayern's already come
He'll
out and said
walk
that
the
they're not
league
going to
and
sign
score
him.
goals. That's when E cost. That's when it was not a zero fee, and then reduced wages.
Yeah. Well, the other major bombshell to come out of this Cristiano Ronaldo Piers Morgan interview is that also on Tuesday, the 22nd of November, Manchester United, the board of Manchester United, instructed the banks to begin accepting offers for the purchase or investment into Manchester United. So Manchester United's up for sale. That I did not expect to see that coming.
So is this the death of the Super League?
I think you bring up a really interesting point here, because 2 weeks ago, Fenway Sports Group, who are the owners of Liverpool, said that they're going to start listening to offers.
Due diligence.
This week, Manchester United essentially do the same thing, both owned by American corporations, about 18 months on from the Super League essentially dying. And I know that there was a big meeting between the Super League and UEFA like 2 weeks ago or something like that. And UEFA reiterated the fact that they wanted nothing to do with it, that they thought it was illegal, and that they would punish any teams that would try to be involved in the Super League. So is this the American owners like see the writing on the wall and they're cashing out while they still can?
Probably. I mean, look, the Glazers it's an asset for them. And if the asset can't make the maximum amount of money, then you get rid of it. I also think Chelsea under sanctions selling for $3 billion, also like, oh, that's what I'm holding on to is a $4 or $5 billion asset. And why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair point.
Like they bought them for what, 300 million or something like that?
Yeah, and it was like a leveraged purchase. So like they didn't even spend their own money. They just
Right,
saddled the club with debt.
Right.
So,
And so you didn't spend any money out of this 300 million, or I mean, whatever you spent, but the 300 million, and you can add a 0 plus 1 plus 2.
yeah.
Like it probably around 5 billion, probably just under 5 billion is what it sells for.
Which is more expensive? So these are the two biggest clubs in England
Oh, United.
up for sale. You think United goes for more than Liverpool?
United is going for more than Liverpool.
Liverpool's going for more. They're arguably more storied. They've got more Champions League, right? They've got 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So United's 2.
Something like that.
Yeah, but
I think
United is a juggernaut at making money.
Yeah, but when you buy United, you are accepting the fact that you have to upgrade the stadium and upgrade the training facility. When you buy Liverpool, you already have a really nice Anfield and a really nice training facility.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's Liverpool isn't marketed the way United is.
So is that not like an opportunity for growth for Liverpool? Like
I think like United, you don't have to then rebrand it and sure you have to do upgrades to the stadium, sure you have to do upgrades to the training grounds. But you're gonna do that anyways. United is the more expensive brand of the two.
I think in principle I agree with you, Brad. But I think
I
I appreciate Sean's argument
yeah,
because
and I think it's recency bias.
Nobody's going to pay $5 billion knowing that they have to spend $1 billion day one to fix all the
infrastructure.
the rundown facilities.
But if you're spending $5 billion to make 10 to 15 billion, yeah, you're spending that billion.
They've got to start with $150,000 salary for a new chef, apparently. So
Nah, man, I hope that
Oh
chef,
wait, he said the chefs were lovely. He said the chefs were lovely. They made good food.
I hope that chef stays forever. They deserve
Yeah.
everything they got. Yeah, I think that'll be interesting to keep an eye on over the next 6 months. It'll also be interesting to see which sells first.
It's
Because obviously the more lucrative brand will sell first, right? You would think, right?
Maybe.
Unless somebody comes in as like a diehard fan of one of the clubs, because like there have been ownership like proposals of United fans coming in and being like, "Hey, I'll buy United," but this was like years ago, and the
the
Glazers
richest
weren't
man
selling.
in England. The richest man in England is a United fan.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess we'll see. Hey, why don't you hit us in the comments and just be the deciding vote, because I don't think James casted his vote
Nah.
between Sean and I. So let's let the fans decide who was right in this one.
Yeah. Which brand do you think is bigger, United or Liverpool, and which one do you think sells for more, United or Liverpool? And which one do you think sells first? We'd love to hear from you. Those were the two big stories from England this week that I can think of. I mean, did we talk about Ivan Toney last week? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought we did. That was the other big news story kind of floating around. But we're going to turn our attention back to Qatar, talking about the World Cup. So we've got a smattering of games that we have highlighted over the next couple days that we think are particularly interesting. Thursday, we've got Portugal, Ghana. We did have some remarks about that in yesterday's episode, so we probably won't spend too much time on Portugal and Ghana, but they're playing today. So definitely check that match out. Tomorrow, on Friday, we've got England and USA, Iran and Wales. I mean, obviously for Homer reasons, we think that those two games are really interesting. Saturday, we got France and Denmark, Argentina and Mexico, and then on Sunday, we got Spain and Germany. So I think we start with England USA, obviously. Joel ducked us this week. We offered to have Joel on the episode to talk about England, to see what he thought about this match, but he declined.
Hard.
I don't know what to make of that personally, but Joel
I think
declined.
he's scared. He's scared.
I think his response to us today was, well, why don't we talk next week after the England USA match? So you guys, loyal listeners, you guys can take that for what it is. But how do we see this match? What's happening?
USA's winning.
USA win.
Are those legitimate thoughts? You guys legitimately think USA is going to beat England?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? Brad first.
Because America always wins.
All right, Sean.
Because he's going to play my formation that I said, which needs to be Weah, Reyna, Pulisic with Aronson behind, Tyler Adams behind that.
And McKenzie. Not McKenzie.
Or Reyna and Aronson in the middle.
I think McKinney.
However,
I think McKinney has to play.
McKinney. Yeah.
I think Weston has to play.
All of our stars are going to be on the field. We're going to have plenty of opportunities for goals, and we're going to convert them.
All right.
This one's going to be.
We're gonna make
2-3-1 for the United States.
Yeah, I think we're gonna make Pickford have a Joe Hart here. I think Pickford's done for when he plays the U.S.
I mean, I hope that happens. I think this game, my heart wants to tell me I think it ends in a draw. But I don't see a way that we stop. I don't see a way that we stop United.
Well, you stop United?
Stop. Yeah, the United kingdoms of England.
Well, see, one of the things we have in detriment is that we do have Walker Zimmerman, who unfortunately hasn't played in high level teams in Europe. He's only played in the MLS. So we do have a center back that has not played high level, really competitive games. But fortunately for us, England have the same problem where they have Harry Maguire, who has also never played in high level, competitive, elite level competition. So
as I was watching the USA Wales match, the entire time I was thinking is we absolutely need an upgrade at right back. Serginho Dest is, in my opinion, a big weakness for us, and I think that Foden plays against us on Friday, and I think Foden will eat Dest alive.
Defensively. Yeah, I was saying that so I was downtown in Charlotte watching it outside with all the fans. And I turned to my buddy and was like, is Sergio Dents like a really, really bad Trent Alexander-Arnold that he hasn't offered much going forward, but he's nowhere in defense?
Yeah, I think that he tries to rely on his offense
to keep him there.
But that I think is a worrying position for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we pull him out, and then there's 35-year-old DeAndre Yedlin.
There's not a good option, right? Yeah.
Or whatever he is.
There's not a good option for us at right back. So all I'm pointing out is that Dest is our best option. But my point is just that I think that if you look at the wingers specifically for England, and if I was Southgate, I would play Foden and Saka together, because I think that that's their most attacking lineup. And I think it's their most skillful attacking lineup. And I would really, I mean, I might even play Grealish and Foden, because Grealish likes to drift out to that left side and really overload Dest on that one wing, because I think that will be trouble for the USA. Now, depending on whether or not Harry Kane is fit, if you have Jack Grealish and Phil Foden overloading the left side, and they're able to just like pepper balls into Kane, he's going to convert them, right? You got to expect it. So
not with Tyler Adams patrolling.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate the swagger. I think it's going to be
cleaning that up.
I think it's going to be a really tight game.
I think we like if we, so it depends. If we play like we did in the first half, we're winning the game. If we can bring that same energy for 90 minutes, we're winning the game.
Energy is only going to get us so far. I think
this
is
a 2-1 dub.
All right. I hope. I believe.
What's your prediction here, James? You haven't given a prediction yet. What's your prediction?
1-1. Think a Harry Maguire own goal in the 89th minute gives the USA a 1-1 draw.
Isn't he sick too, though? Isn't Harry, like it wasn't a concussion? He's sick.
Yeah, he had a little tummy trouble, little rumbly in his tumbly. What really happened was he saw that he conceded a goal, and he said, "I need to figure out a way to make it seem like it wasn't my fault. So I'm going to pretend like I got the tummy troubles." Iran Wales, I think we do need to touch on. Wales is going to win this match, right?
No. Yes, but I hope not. I hope it's a draw.
Nah.
I want a draw.
Nah, we're trusting Iran to pull this out.
Okay, we're trusting Iran to pull it out. Okay, got it. I understand what you're saying, Sean. If we beat England the way that you guys are predicting, then I think we go through. If we draw against England, I think that our chances of going through are really good, because I don't think that Wales will beat England. I think Wales will equally be super excited about a draw with England, like we would be super excited with the draw in England. I think it's really going to come down to who beats Saudi Arabia by more.
Iran.
God, yeah, man, I am just pooping on Saudi Arabia. I apologize.
You're just so excited for Saudi Arabia. You're pooping on Iran because you can't remember their name.
Yeah, man, 2030. Here we go, Saudi Arabia. Let's go. Iran. Yeah, Iran. I got thoughts. Yeah, I really think that it's really going to come down to who can beat Iran, who can score more goals against Iran.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't see a world where Wales don't beat Iran. So I did highlight this France-Denmark match on Saturday because Denmark did not play well against Tunisia. And France, they played what?
The defense was fine. They just have nobody to score goals. Like Christian Eriksen's going to have to score all of the goals on free kicks. They don't have a striker.
He did have a really nice shot in the second half. He was bringing the ball up. I think that they won it back in Tunisia's half, and he was bringing it up, and he was looking for a pass, and it just never materialized. So he took a shot on goal, and it was a really impressive shot. It was saved, obviously, but I wonder about this. I wonder if Denmark were looking past Tunisia a little bit too much and worrying about this France match and thinking, okay, we'll beat Tunisia, that we don't have to worry about that too much. Let's think about this France game. I wonder, because Denmark went on that fairy tale run in the Euros and they made it to the semifinals, I believe it was. So lost to England in the semifinals, was it? It was either England or France. I think it was England. And so I think if you're Denmark, you're like, man, we came to win the World Cup. We need to show it against France. Now France had a relatively easy game against Australia, which I think is only going to do them a world of good for confidence.
Yep.
So I don't know. I
think France still wins. I just think Denmark can't get goals. That's gonna be their problem.
Yeah, that's always a problem. Scoring goals is the bane of every
Very
team.
important.
Yeah. In a game where your goal is to score goals and you don't score goals, you're not
an issue.
You're not succeeding. All right, you guys don't think this is going to be a good game apparently, but Argentina Mexico, you think that Argentina is going to just walk
I think
Mexico?
Messi is going to walk Mexico. I think Messi is coming for that neck.
Messi hasn't shown up for an Argentina game ever, maybe. He got carried to a Copa America by Angel Di Maria.
Whoa, he got carried by Emilio Martinez. What are you talking about?
That too. Whoever, just name one. Name another player on Argentina he got carried to it. Giovanni Lo Celso.
I don't think he made the World Cup roster.
He didn't, but he made the Copa America roster.
I think you guys are sleeping. Sean, I think you're sleeping on Messi. Brad, I think you are overselling Messi here. I think you guys are discounting America. Hell, you guys are discounting Mexico.
We did not discount America. We said they're winning.
What time is it?
You were the one with the draw.
Is it 3 a.m? What is going on here? So Mexico.
Yeah, you, it feels like it.
The reason why I was thinking about America was that we had this conversation with Joel today, and Joel was saying that that he thought that the USA beating England would be much more important for the USA than it would be for England to beat USA in terms of the way the fans regard it and the way the pundits would regard it. I think that that's the same thing to be said about Argentina and Mexico. I think Mexico probably feels a little bit closer to the South American countries than it does to the North American countries. And I think that they want to be considered one of the big dogs, especially in the Western Hemisphere specifically. And I think that they see Argentina and they're like, we're going to get up for this game. We're going to, we're going to go for it. So I could see Mexico getting a result here.
I mean, you have to give them a chance, especially because they're going to have the confidence that Saudi just beat Argentina.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to work the exact opposite. But if I'm in Mexico, I'm like, look, we're better than Saudi Arabia. So we should get this result too.
All right. Spain, Germany,
that's spicy.
The big boys in Europe. Continental clash.
That should be a good game. I'm excited for that one. I don't want to predict a winner there because I don't think I could.
I think I could. Where's Spain going to score goals from? Alvaro Morata?
Asby? Maybe.
No. I think Germany. Germany, I think, is just generally better than Spain. I think Germany wins the match.
No, we'll see. I think it's gonna be. I think that game's gonna be really, really close. I think this game's gonna be a lot closer than you think. But you're right. Can Spain find goals? That's the question.
I think that's been their biggest issue for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's all I got, Brad. I see something down here.
Wait.
This is trivia.
It's manager trivia time, and it's World Cup time. So I had to pick some internationally famous managers. And James, you were right with the first one in the pre-production meeting when you guessed.
I knew I was. I knew it.
All right, we're gonna start here. We're gonna start the bidding. Sean, how many? Jurgen Klinsmann has managed 4 clubs. How many can you name?
Clubs or national teams?
Both clubs and national teams. He's managed 4 total.
Okay, time out. Okay, I need a quick point of order.
We're doing all teams, but these guys, they have managed international teams.
So you want clubs and national teams are included in those 4.
Clubs and national teams are included in those 4.
This is the easiest. Okay, Coach Sean.
1.
I can name all 4.
Oh yeah?
You win.
Let's go. Let's see it.
USA.
Yep.
Bayern Munich.
Yep.
Germany. LA Galaxy.
Yep. Nope.
Jurgen Klinsmann.
LAFC.
Nope. I'm just gonna let it hang there for a second. Hertha BSC.
Jurgen Klinsmann was the manager of LA Galaxy.
When? I don't have that list.
Because the MLS doesn't count.
What the? Okay. I guess I'm wrong. I guess I'm just.
Sean, you're going to win by not gambling here.
Who am I thinking of? Who am I thinking of? I know. Maybe I'm thinking of Bruce Arena. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes. Yeah, here's the other one I was going to go with, but I decided to stick with Klinsmann.
And to be fair, I did know Hertha Berlin, but I didn't. When you said it, it jogged my memory, and now I remember that he was the manager of Hertha Berlin. But all right,
you guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
22 clubs and international teams this man has managed. Any guesses on who this one is?
He's managed 22 teams and international team.
22 clubs and international teams.
Is this a person we should know? Like that we would have any chance of understanding?
Yes.
Okay, can I have?
Is it the Saudi Arabia manager?
No. He's English.
He's in. Okay.
Currently managing an English team.
Steve Bruce.
That's a good guess.
No, I gotta save that one for Joel.
Currently managing an English team, has managed 22 teams and national teams combined.
Yep.
Oh my! And it's not Steve Bruce.
Nope.
Big Sam's not employed right now.
You ready?
English. Yeah, I don't have a guess.
Roy Hodgson.
Oh, that's right. Roy did come out of retirement. Where is he managing right now?
I can't tell you. It's part of the list.
Oh, who dragged him out of retirement?
22 clubs have.
And you want us to guess the clubs? Oh God. Oh.
How many you got?
2. We can't. You gotta guess more than me.
No, because that's all I got.
Can you get the 3?
Oh no, I bid 2 first.
Chunky.
How do I get to 3? It's
apparently just name any English club, and you're probably right.
True, that's a fair point.
He's actually managed. Hold on. 4 international teams.
4. Madness. I mean, the only one I can think of is England
Okay.
for internationals. He also was a Crystal Palace manager. Probably was a Watford manager. Probably was.
Managed Liverpool.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We're up to 4. Are we going more than 4? Y'all can combine on this one because
I honestly don't know about Roy Hodgson's managerial career.
Start naming.
Southampton.
Yeah. West Brom.
West Brom. That's a good
nope,
one.
nope.
Huddersfield Town.
You ready?
Chelsea. I don't know.
No, he was not Chelsea.
Stoke.
Any guess on the nations besides England? England, you're correct.
Maybe Ireland. And I don't.
Nope.
I don't know. Moldova.
I'm just
Nope.
gonna guess England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland.
Just the UK in general. No.
right.
All right. Are you guys ready? All right. So he started at Halmstad, then Bristol City, Udavold, Urbo, Malmö,
Malmo. Oh, say the next one, Brad.
Ducato Zamax. I need a Xanax after that. Switzerland, Inter Milan, Blackburn Rovers, Grasshoppers, Copenhagen, Udinese.
Time out. You glossed over Grasshoppers like you know who Grasshoppers are. All right.
They're in Switzerland. Duh. They're a big club in Switzerland.
Oh, UAE.
UAE. Yep. United Arab Emirates, Viking, Finland, Fulham, Liverpool, West Bromwich, England, Crystal Palace, and then Watford. Watford was the last club to hire him.
Is he still employed at Watford?
I think so. We'll find out.
No.
Oh no. Nope, he ended his tenure.
Yeah, he's done. I thought he retired. Okay.
Yep.
That was a good one. It might not have been good for the viewers and the listeners, but I enjoyed that one.
We had fun.
That poor man. I hope he deserves a statue somewhere.
I'm interested to see the to see how many our viewers get.
Yeah. That's a good question.
21. Yeah.
All right. That's all we got. Check back in. Leave us a comment below about what games you're going to be watching this weekend. Tell us how many teams you could name for Roy Hodgson. That's all we got for this week in terms of episode. We don't have a third episode coming out this week. Probably only gonna be doing 2. Check back early next week. We're gonna do some timeline changes for next week. So Monday, Tuesday of next week, probably for podcasts. But definitely check back in, hit that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell if you still haven't done that. 5-star review on Apple Podcasts would really help us out. Hit the share button, put it on your Twitter, put it on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Shout out the boys. We'd really appreciate it. And check back in. That's at KSBradG on Twitter, at Whiteheart_Sean on Twitter. I am at James Tiffany on Twitter. Collectively, we are at redcard_radio. That's it. That's who we are. Hit us up. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Check back in. More World Cup stuff coming for you next week. Have a good one.